Thank you for playing.
It's not getting out.
Great game. Final four, this is the final immunity challenge. If you win this, you will be in the final round to plead your case to the jury about why you should win. Here's how this immunity challenge works. It's really simple. We have this grid of 64 squares for you. You're each going to be moving like the knight does in chess. Okay? So you'll move in L formations. And you will knock down bricks as you land in spots. You're out of the challenge once that you're out of moves.
It's like...
The final immunity challenge. Woo!
Bonnie's voting for you.
She literally just told me she was
I mean, it's like the final four and she's still lying. I don't understand. Yes. All we need is Miss Dee Dee's vote or it would be a tie.
I'll talk to her.
Okay. Because I want you in my final three.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I'll talk to her.
Okay. I just said I want you in my final three. Like it's my final three. That was an accident. Like I'm not saying that. But wow, this has been a crazy game. I know I deserve to win, but it's gonna be hard going against Miss Dee Dee. I'm so happy to go against her in the final three. Maddie, I mean, she's played a good game. If Maddie wins, I don't want to discredit Maddie and say she can't win. She's played a good game, but I mean, it's up to the jury. I think I've played a very not a nasty game, but like cutthroat. Like original Matthew came out today, like for sure. I did not hold back, and I don't know how I got here. And I worked really hard, and a lot of things happened. So we'll see. I don't want to eat up the tape, but I'm thrilled to sit next to Miss Dee Dee and hopefully Maddie. Maybe something will happen to her Ani stays, but I'm voting for Ani. I'm just so happy I made that final three. Okay.
Obviously, I've worked with you way longer than Maddie, you know.
I thought I overheard somebody else saying about going to a party. I'm like, how? Like,
Yeah, she did say that.
I can't do that while resting.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to Matthew.
Okay.
I have no idea what's about to happen. I just can't figure it out.
She told you to vote for me.
I mean, she knows that you are going to save her. And I agree that you are going to save her.
Well, not if she wants to vote for me.
Oh, well.
She just told me that she's voting for me.
Because she didn't save her. I didn't need to be saved, but I certainly didn't know that in the moment.
Yeah.
You know?
She kind of blindsided me.
I really thought...
I thought she was saving you. Because she told me, I'm going to save you. And then you walked up and you were like, you offered me to save you. It was like, oh, I guess they switched to her. I thought I was out.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know that I was being saved until that moment.
Okay.
I'm just telling you what me and Matthew decided.
Okay.
And because of what just happened, because she said I'm voting for Maddie, I'm like, well.
Okay. And we're voting to go home. Yes, this is still a... Okay.
Alright, it's time for the final four tribal councils. Matthew, so you won the final immunity challenge. Once again, you will be in finals, pleading why you should win Survivor. What is different about this game than in the past when you've made it to the end?
In Survivor or Big Brother?
Anything.
I have never played a game like this, even in my past when people were like Ruthless Matthew. I think it was a dynamic Matthew. It was a mix of the two ways that I played. And I don't know. I'm gonna say that for the finale, but I think that's voting for Ani. I think it would be the best ideal final three for me to be with Dee Dee and Maddie.
Dee Dee, how has this game compared to your games in the past?
It is completely different, but still rooted in the same things that I value in the game. I was still true to what I think matters in the game. Because she didn't save me, and I so thought I was going home. I'm so sorry. I love you, Ani.
Maddie, how would you summarize your journey in your first game of Survivor?
It's been so crazy. I love it so much, but it's so hard at the same time because I just love everyone. It's been a really cool experience. I'm glad I got to be a part of it, and I'm really glad I made it this far because I wasn't expecting that at all. Me and Ani already decided that we weren't going to vote for each other because she just saved me. But then she told Matthew that she was voting for me, and so I was like, well, okay, so I'm voting for her. It was really fun. Really scary. Didn't think I was going to make it this far either.
Awesome.
This was a lot of fun. You know, I just hope that my alliances can stick with me.
All right, good luck. All right, in the final four, there are no immunity idols. I'll read the votes. First vote, Ani. One vote, Ani. Next vote, Maddie. One vote, Maddie. One vote, Ani. Next vote, Ani. That's two votes, Ani. One vote, Maddie. Next vote. The person voted out of Survivor Lethal Lagoon is Ani. I'm sorry, Ani. Ani, the tribe has spoken. Thank you for playing. So, Dee Dee, you're first.
Okay, the last time I was in this situation, I think I cried, but I have no tears today. This was by far the most fun I've had in a game. I definitely didn't play my usual game, but I still played true to the game, if that makes any sense. And no matter what happens, I'm very happy with the way this ended, no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, first, second, third doesn't matter anymore. I truly feel good about the game.
I loved every second playing with y'all. I cannot believe that I'm here. I thought I was going out that tie vote, the first one in the merge. I thought I was gone. Thank y'all for those that voted to just keep me and that worked with me. I tried to stay true to as many people as I could. I know a lot of you may be bitter with me, but I am so happy with the way that I played because I did not hold back, but not in a nasty way. I just was very determined and I worked hard, and I thought every single round that I was going, every single round, not one there was like I'm totally safe, unless the last one with my immunity. I was seriously like freaking out, scrambling hardcore. I've never played a game like this ever. It was a mixture of how I used to play and like how I began to play like recently. Like I tried to play like more clean recently, and like before I used to play so crazy. Like people know, like it was bad. But a very reformed Matthew taking different aspects of how I want to play into a mixture of this new dynamic cowboy Matthew. I'm so happy with anything that happens. I love it all.
And Maddie.
So this is my first time playing, and I honestly, like, my goal was to just knock it out in the first round. And I don't know, just going through the whole game, I just wanted to, like, be a nice person and not, like, go after anyone specific at any point. And us throughout the whole game, pretty much, we're just, like, rooting for each other. And honestly, like, as of now, I'm gonna be so happy with anyone who wins. Like, I love these people, and I think we all just play very, like, fair and very straightforward. And so yeah, it was a really cool first experience.
All right, Miss Dee Dee, why was it not okay for me to have
not gone on your side when I said, like, why was it not okay for me to play both sides, but it was okay for Ryan to play both sides?
Because the way Ryan played both sides, I feel honestly that Ryan never lied to me. He didn't always tell me the whole truth, but I feel like everything he ever told me was true. And I still think that right now. I may say differently when I watch the episodes, but I feel that he never lied to me. And I feel that you more misled me on purpose to go and protect you. You completely changed that vote, that round. Absolutely, because you were going. It would have been you.
But I did tell you that I was voting with Matthew. I did
you
say...
did. You did not. Exactly, you did. You did.
Also, I know that...
But... you also, even though you said, I don't know so much that you said that you were voting with Matthew, but you were more like, if y'all keep me this round, then I will be loyal, which was not true.
You didn't give me a chance to. Also, I also know that you changed who you were going to use your half idol on based on Jessica, who is not here, saying that Seth was the target.
Yes, I did.
So it wasn't really me who did that. You were going to use it on Caroline, and you were going to get Matthew out. But
yes, because of...
So Jessica was the main one that screwed you over, so I don't see why I got all the backlash.
First question.
Matthew, I just want to say you did a great job of running a 5-person alliance, but also like using the leader of the other alliance at the same time, and then always saying every time I would approach you with, you and Didi are working together, you hit me with the, just clearing the air, it's cool, I'm just clearing the air. I think you said it like 4 times. And like, I didn't believe it ever, but everybody else did. I couldn't.
In both of our defenses, we didn't often talk.
Yeah.
We just knew.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that's very rare in the.
Literally, all we had to do was this.
Okay.
And we knew.
And we knew.
It was weird.
Maddie, what? Describe in your own words what you think your biggest move in the game was.
My biggest move?
Like, singular move that, like, why you should win Survivor. Like, this is a big move.
I think staying loyal to Matthew through the whole game was really what got us both to the top. We just both had each other's backs the whole time. We never doubted each other. And I think because of that trust, we were able to both make it.
It's her kindness.
There's a vote, now speaking of like you being loyal to Matthew, there's a vote upon which, and this is something I mentioned a lot, that I swore that he lied, correct? It's come to fruition that he didn't lie, and it's come to me that Jessica also did not lie.
I did not lie.
But one of you had to have.
No, Maddie did not.
It was Ryan.
It was Ryan.
No, the second time.
I wanted to keep the tie because I knew I could keep playing the middle as long as I didn't pull the red card.
You were like my girl. I have nothing against any of y'all because I know that was like some competitive, so it sucks being in Final Four. But
Honey, you were amazing. You were a beast. You were amazing.
like.
So I just wanted to shout you out for that because I knew you had my best interest throughout the game.
Absolutely.
Chris, you, sorry for trying to take you out.
It's okay.
Right there.
I know.
No hard feelings. Maddie, I'm sorry for trying to take you out. Great. Yeah. Love you guys. That's it.
I wasn't involved in the game long enough to be able to ask questions, but you know what? I'll make some up. Alright, oh, I got this, Taylor. I'm an improv expert, alright? Alright, so, Miss Didi, at the beginning of the game, you solved the puzzle in, like, 0.02 seconds. So, like, do you think that made you a bigger target along the game and you were just elusive about it, or do you
I
think
felt
it
that
changed?
in the beginning, it seemed, even though everything was a team effort, it ended on a puzzle. The next challenge ended on a puzzle. And so, felt like we were coming from behind and I had to win it, or we would go on the block and I didn't want to go on the block. Honestly, I was trying to win so we could save I didn't want Miss Talbot to go home.
I know.
You know, and so, and I felt like because I ended the challenge that people were going to start looking at me as a challenge winner and then I would be targeted. But early on, from the very beginning, Seth, Matthew, and I had talked and stayed true to our little trio. But not long after that, me and the girls had a very loose conversation of girls trying to outwit the boys, and which we actually did a good job of for a while. But then it got to the point where I had to choose what was I going to do, and I, until the very last minute I could, protected my girls, but I never went against Matthew, and I absolutely never went against Seth. That red card killed me, you know.
Yeah.
Matthew, why the cowboy hat?
I became an alter ego to get myself through this game because I knew I couldn't do it as just myself. Iconic.
And then Maddie, okay, so when I came back into the game, you were like the only person who actually talked to me at the beginning, and because I knew no one else in, so like I had no one else to talk to, and you were the only one that talked to me. Why?
I just felt like you obviously deserved to be here because you spent all day in Redemption Island and you came back, and I was like, I mean, he's obviously good, so let's just, I mean, we don't need to like vote him out, so let's just get him on our side.
That's a good answer.
So first, Maddie, I think the two next to you I think it's likely they're going to win and you won't. So you can say that your biggest mistake was not going with Anu and choosing me and saving me instead of Dee Dee, you know, and then possibly going against Matthew. Like, was it just you wanted to stay loyal even though you knew that you would have had a better chance of winning with?
Yeah, honestly, like, I mean, there are times where like I would have rather voted myself than one of them because like I needed to stay loyal to Matthew. Like Matthew and I, through the entire game, we just knew. And then Dee Dee and I started talking later in the game, but I knew she was loyal to Matthew, so I knew I could trust her too. And the last few votes were just all circumstances, and I knew that there was a good chance for at least one of them that I was going home, so I just tried to plead my case as best as I could, and I'm here, so.
Because you were saved that idol, but that wasn't enough for you.
Did you know Matthew had an idol?
I didn't know Matthew had an idol, and
you
I
were
didn't
gonna
know
Did
y'all
y'all
were
not want
saving
that to come out? Does anyone want to know where that came from?
Where that you found that when I gave it to him? You little cheek! It was on the freaking mantle the whole time, and no one saw it.
We didn't see it.
Did he say you little cheek?
Yeah, I did. I called him a little cheek. I was brutal.
Oh, I love you, Patrick.
I felt that he was in jeopardy, and I knew that he had my back. I knew if I saved him, he would save me. And I felt that if he was gone, I was gone because of who was left in the game.
What's your case for winning, even though you've won before, like y'all have been in this spot before, you know, you're used to the puzzles, you know, like there is a type of advantage you have, you know?
I mean, a lot of the challenges I played today, I've never done.
Well, not just the challenges, but the whole game and that atmosphere itself, you know?
I mean, I definitely think there's an edge up, but like everyone knows that, and so it should have been taken care of.
And
does that make sense?
And honestly, I can't say how many times today that I said, y'all, there's this challenge that I think is coming up that is this. And if this happens, what are we going to do? I never tried to keep something to myself about the game experience. I tried to share that so that everyone around me knew what was potentially coming. But most of the games today I've never done before or seen.
I mean, I know how you all played, and I think you played a really good game. It kind of goes down the line. I saw Miss Didi a lot. I saw Matthew less, and I saw Maddie even less than that. And obviously, I'm going to be voting for Miss Didi just because we were aligned the entire time. My only question is for Matthew. We said in the beginning that we wanted to work together. Did that change at all when you switched to pink?
I wanted to work with you, but it was just like the dynamics of the game changed. So it's like you have to adapt and see what's going to happen. But I mean, I worked with Miss Didi regardless of me being on pink. So I wanted to, but it's just like some circumstances like hinder that. So, I mean, I definitely wanted to though, because we've never worked together and I think it would have been very beneficial.
And that's where it got hairy between us, because when I challenged him with me, you, and him at one point in the game, I didn't particularly care for the way he answered me, and I thought he was being elusive, and that's when I thought, I think I lost Matthew. And that's when we nearly voted him out. Again, was not my idea, but I did commit and I did vote for him twice. But it was only because I felt that if he wasn't going to be loyal to you, were already out of the game. That wasn't the point. No, you weren't out of the game.
Yeah, he was
no, he was still in. But when I talked to him, he didn't say I'm going against Seth. He didn't say that at all. But it was more, he was not committing to me and you. And when I walked back from that, I walked right into y'all saying we're voting for Matthew. And then there was absolutely, because we voted right, there was nothing I could do to save Matthew, so I had to commit at that point. And at that point, he didn't really give me a reason to trust him. And then right after that, you tell me to use my idol on me and you, and I'm thinking something's going down that I don't know about, and I thought it was him, and it was Jessica.
Yeah. My only question is for Matthew and Maddie. So I kind of played a lot of the game that I was in with Miss Didi, so I kind of know how she played in her gameplay. I just want to know kind of what was y'all's, like, what significantly did y'all do with your gameplay that you should have, like, my vote?
Yeah, every single vote was controlled by me and Miss Didi. So it was like most of our work. I mean, every single move. I mean, we orchestrated. Okay, we're going. This person's going. This
I did
person.
not know Caroline.
Yeah. So like it started with Andrew Ferguson. Is he here still?
No, he's
Oh
in
my
a cowboy
gosh.
outfit.
Yeah, he had a snake
I
in his
didn't want him
boot.
out.
He's at home.
But I knew that was like when my big move started.
That
I
was
knew
a big
he
move.
was huge. He was a huge gamer. He had to go because he said I want someone big out, and it was like, who does that
he had to
mean?
go.
So I was like, okay, bye.
And I really hope it's on film, because that was one of the last times Matthew and I talked for a long time.
Yeah.
And it was a excited, what a big move Matthew I knew Matthew made the move. As soon as I saw Ferg walk, I knew it was Matthew.
I feel like I never, like, went behind someone's back or, like, tried to target one particular person. Like, I don't know. I feel like I was very straightforward with people, like, and I stuck with Matthew the whole time, and people knew that. Like, I straight up told them, like, I'm with Matthew. Like, I can't vote for Matthew if that ever came up. And, like, even for you, like, your name came up a few times, and I was like, nope, we can't vote for Truly. I need to save Truly. And I don't know. I just feel like if I made a, like, an alliance or a pact with you, and, like, you didn't go behind my back and say something else about it, then, like, I stuck to it.
I'm a little bitter. Matthew, why should I vote for you?
I think that I played an amazing game, and there was so many.
No, like, why should I vote for you?
I know, but I'm saying that like, overall, I played a really good game, and I hope you could respect that. Like, I had to do what I had to do to get to the end, and like, I mean, I really did want you here as long as I could. I mean, it was either voting off Chris won immunity, and so did Ani. You were not my first choice at all, ever. Like, I wanted you to say, Miss Didi always said, we're not ever touching Caroline. And I was like, 100% yes, it's never, like, I never wanted you out ever.
Okay, but like,
until,
my name was out there like 5 rounds in a row.
Yeah, and we deflected them every single time until there was no one else. It was either you or Maddie. I mean, obviously Maddie was closer with me. I had to do like that move, or else like, I mean, we wouldn't have survived. I wouldn't have been here. It was the final 6 or final 7. It was like down to the wire. I know you won't vote for me, and I know you're bitter, but like, I just hope that you can. I respected your game, and I hope you can respect mine. I mean,
and I have to say, from a gameplay perspective, even though this is actually like I'm beefing up Matthew, but the fact that they kept me out of the loop for you, I really felt blind, so I was not expecting that.
And you were like mother hen. But I don't know, this whole Matthew thing's kind of sneaky. Like you said you were there like the whole time.
It was absolutely the whole time. Seth, Matthew, and I at the very beginning of the game talked, and to me that is more important than what happens along. To me, that's what. Those kind of things, if you stay true to that throughout a game, no matter what happens, no matter how many tribes you get switched to, if you stay loyal to that, in my opinion, is a stronger gameplay, because then you manipulate the game more, and to me, that's what's important in the game. I am a very soft-hearted person, and so the mother in me wanted to protect everyone and not have anyone voted out, but I also love this game. And to me, to have people manipulating the game like that is just amazing. And that's what makes the game so fun. But I absolutely, truly protected you as much as I could. And
I feel like I've been pretty straightforward the whole time. I haven't gone in behind anyone's back. I feel like I don't have anything against any of y'all. And I just really loved playing the game. And I really love these 2 people right here. And I just feel like I'm so glad that being nice actually worked, because so many people told me that you couldn't be nice and like win the game, but I've gotten this far being nice, so I'm just really glad I like stuck true to myself and didn't try to like be cutthroat, because I'm really not.
I think that my game, I had to finagle every single situation that I was in. There was not one part where I felt like I was completely safe, and like I had to know my bases on everyone. I talked to everyone as much as I could. I had to manipulate, like, it's just based on what kind of game you want to commit. I mean, I feel like I should be respected for the things that I've done, but I understand if people are bitter. But I mean, I gave it my all in every single challenge. I think that was exhibited today. I mean, people saw. But even when I lost, all the group challenges, I tried to create solidarity with my people and keep them strong. I stayed with my group for as long as I could. It was Jessica, you, Patrick, and who else? And Kareem, of course, like the most loyal person to me, and Maddie, and Miss Dee. But it was just an insane game, and I just used every option that I could. When my back was against the wall, I found another way. Like I looked any other way that I could. Like I literally went to one of the biggest enemies that I had, like kind of in a way, because I mean we started off as allies, but then we became the polar heads of like.
It was very rough in the middle.
Yeah, I literally went to my enemy, like who goes to their enemy, and she did too. She came to me. It was an equal thing, and it was just, I feel like that was a big move, and I gave it my all, and I hope that people can see that. I would love if she won. I would love if I won. I would love if Maddie won. Doesn't matter, but I just hope that people can see what kind of game I played, what she played. I mean everything. So I'm excited with either way.
And that recommit, I'll start by talking about that recommitment. When we recommitted, it was stronger than it was ever before, because we were taking a huge stance, and I knew that if I was going to completely trust him, I had to throw it all in. And because of that, that's why I gave him that idol. I exposed myself at the most vulnerable time of the game. And if you love this game like I do, that was a big play.
Yeah.
But having said that, I made the big play because I wanted to save Matthew. Whether he beats me right now or not, I felt he needed to stay in the game.
Before I read the votes, I want to thank everyone for participating. This was one of easily the most exciting games ever, if not the most. We'll see in retrospect.
And no one cried.
I know, no one cried. Everyone was great sports. Everyone played well. That's the first. Whenever we separated the tribes this morning into Wit play last, I think all 3 of you embodied those 3 elements, and I thank you for playing great games, each of you. And also I want to thank everyone for coming out, especially the people who traveled, and especially the people who signed up last minute. because y'all helped make it happen. Okay? This morning. Okay, so with that, I'll read the votes. You want to see your name. The person with the most votes will be the winner of Survivor Lethal Lagoon, which was also decided this morning. First vote, Dee Dee. 1 vote, Dee Dee. Next vote, Dee Dee. 2 votes, Dee Dee. Next vote, Matthew. 1 vote, Matthew. 1 vote, Dee Dee. Next vote, Matthew. That's 2 votes, Matthew. 2 votes, Dee Dee. Next vote, Dee Dee. That's 3 votes, Dee Dee. 2 votes, Matthew. Next vote, Dee Dee. That's 4 votes, Dee Dee. 2 votes, Matthew. Next vote. The winner of Survivor Lethal Lagoon is Dee Dee.